Yo, your boy just got his real estate license in New Jersey. Hit me up if you need a real estate agent. My number's going to be in the comments. The first comment, the pinned comment. Get in contact with me.
Hello all and welcome back. You all look incredibly attractive. If you didn't know, I've owned every single one of these guitar bodies, and so have all the boys you see here. Let's start with the Gibson Flying V. What are your thoughts?
Flying V sounds like when the guy slides on both of his knees towards the edge of the stage and his legs look like the shape of a V.
It's a statement piece like wearing a Speedo at a kid's party with Stephen Hawking.
That is a very uniquely specific party, Joe. You wouldn't be thinking about Epstein's summer parties, would you? The Flying V is great. I got to go S tier. It makes me look like a bald eagle.
Feels so great to shred on. My fingers feel so good on those deep riffs, and shoddies always check out my package when I use this.
Now, the Les Paul Classic.
The Les Paul is the epitome of classic rock. Prove me wrong.
Its rich, warm tones are like listening to a classic vinyl record in a cozy room.
It can be heavy, though, not always the vibe I'm looking for. Not a big fan, actually. I'd go C tier. Old and boring, one-dimensional.
I love its timelessness. Les Paul scores an S tier. A legendary and timeless piece. Will always be one of the greats. Your opinions on the Fender Stratocaster?
You want to talk classics, big boy? I have about 10 of these. Gifts and personal gifts.
It's like a chameleon, fitting into any style you want to portray.
Super sleek, bro. I really like this one. Obama, is that where all the taxpayer money went?
And it's comfortable to play, even in Gaza during wartime. With the Stratocaster, you can look cool in any situation. Fender Stratocaster earns an S tier as well. This was many people's first guitar. Thoughts on the Epiphone Casino?
What the fuck is this fat-ass guitar? And it's so basic, like who the hell wants to reach around this fat gorilla?
Nothing wrong with a little chunkiness, Obama. Fuck you for fat-shaming this guitar body.
The feedback can be an issue, and like Obama said, I don't really see the point in reaching around this morbidly obese guitar. It makes it so much harder to play and makes me feel like a basic noob.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I can't even wrap my hands around this thing. I used to think Hunter was heavy when he was a baby, but this heavier than all my kids and my grandkids.
Epiphone Casino going trash tier. They should have named it the Burrito or something. Next up, we have the Rickenbacker 3000.
It's the quintessential jangle pop guitar. If she doesn't know what a Rickenbacker is, she's too young for you, bro.
Nonsense. No such thing as too young.
The body shape can feel a bit awkward, just like all of Joe's comments pertaining to young children. Can't you hear the word young without jizzing your pants, old man Jenkins?
But it stands out, like who doesn't love to say the word Rickenbacker? I'd go B tier.
Rickenbacker 300, ranking down in C tier. Unique and distinctive, but a bit impractical for today's age unless you want to be the Rickenbacker guy. What do you guys think about the Gibson Explorer?
Fair pick, but still fuck you, George. This body is pretty cool, but nothing too crazy.
Fuck you, Obama. This thing is amazing for the price. It's pretty much the same thing as the Ibanez Destroyer that costs twice as much.
It's a bit of a behemoth, though, like handling my huge cack.
Compared to you, anything is a behemoth, Joe. You sicken me with every step and every breath you take. I'd go A tier. It's very high quality for the price.
Hold on there, D-Money. This is going into B tier. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good. Get your money up. Opinions on the classic acoustic?
It's the bread and butter of guitars. So simple yet beautiful. There's a reason why it hasn't been changed that much.
Old, blonde, girthy, and sounds beautiful. This guitar copied the fuck out of me. I need to go trash tier.
It also lacks flair and is somewhat hard to play at times. Old boomer. Shit. But you have to respect this body style.
But it's the foundation. How are you going to say anything bad about this one? Ed Sheeran still uses this shit.
Classic acoustic gets an A tier from me. They could have tweaked it, made it a little thinner and more customizable. The stock strings hurt my fingers a lot. What about the slope-shouldered dreadnought?
It's got a booming presence in the soprano, but my voice is more of an alto.
Its rich, deep sound is amazing for the low end.
You two Democrats sound so gay. Like, yeah, I bet you do love the low end, Obama. And Joe, you aren't even masculine enough to rank these with us.
Well spoken, George. These soy boys are really fucking with my head. It's not the best guitar, very niche, actually. But when you can find someone who's comfortable on one, particularly during country songs, This body is really badass. I'd give it a B tier.
Slope-shouldered dreadnought earns a D tier from me. Very much a Western cowboy type of guitar, which is totally not my style. I left all that shit behind me when I was 18 and never looked down. Your thoughts on the Parlor guitar?
Looks like two tits turned sideways, never the same size. Trash tier?
It is quite intimate, isn't it?
It's nice that the body is smaller than some of the others and easier to play. However, there is something ugly about this one. I'm going to go trash tier as well.
Is nobody going to talk about the obvious catfish? Like, this guitar isn't an acoustic guitar.
Guys, I can understand the sideways tits and catfishing sentiments, but the guitar actually plays really well and makes for little to no buzz. I have to go C tier. I won't go any lower. Lastly, the Grand Auditorium. What do you think?
Gonna be honest, this shit looks the same as a lot of the other bodies. Basic and unoriginal, gotta go trash tier.
You don't need as much power to get that strong, big sound, though. Just that alone makes me want to give it A tier.
Feel you, Obama. This guitar really makes playing much more enjoyable. It's especially useful when you're playing with a drummer who just wants to smash
Stop
that shit
calling
as
me
loudly
that
as
a soul.
possible.
I got to go S tier just for that. My fingers break sometimes when I play with other guitar bodies.
Grand Auditorium gets an S tier from me, too. Everybody go follow us on your social media. Giveaways and contests are coming. All right, that's all for today, guys. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments. Sayonara.